What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Oak Tree Football Channel. And today, I just want to talk about some news that recently came out in college football. The Big Ten and the ACC, two of the bigger college football conferences, will most likely only play a conference game this season. It's not official yet, but it is that's most likely going to be the case. Of course, only yesterday, the Ivy League said they would not be playing sports this fall, and then today, Big Ten and ACC announced that most likely they will only play conference games. Now, off the bat, I'm not really surprised. I mean, I'm a bit surprised that this happened, but not really, because personally, I still expect to have a college football this season. Obviously, it's not going to be normal. I didn't expect it to be normal, but I still expect us to have a college football season, kind of. I mean, the playoffs and stuff, that's a bit questionable. I mean, it all depends if it's all cleared up at that point, but I do expect us to see some in-conference games, which is really what the Big Ten and the ACC are going for right now, just going to play these in-conference games. But it is a little sad because we are going to, just right off the bat, two huge games. We are no longer going to see Ohio State, Oregon. We are getting that in 2021, though. So we will still see that game. It just won't be this year. And then the other one is Clemson Notre Dame, because ACC, Big Ten did it first. They announced they would not be having out of conference games most likely, and then the ACC more recently said. So right there, Clemson Notre Dame and Ohio State Oregon, those games aren't happening. But then there's a lot more. Michigan Washington, that would have been an interesting game in week 1. UNC, North Carolina versus Auburn, North Carolina against UCF. Those were some interesting games. Michigan State versus Miami would have been a pretty interesting matchup, two historic teams. There's just a lot of very good matchups that I would have been very excited to see this season that will not be played anymore, which it is quite sad, because those would have been some entertaining games to watch, but we will not be getting them this season. I do think this kind of is a step in the right way, because we're not just canceling the entire season. They're actually saying they will try to play only conference games, but also it is kind of a step back, because obviously it means that they're not going to play conference games or out of conference games this season. It's interesting. But I talked about it earlier about college football playoff a little. It's interesting if we're going to have college football playoff or not, because right now we're only seeing them play in conference games. But when playoff time comes, and when it comes time for the bowl games, New Year's Six bowls, will we actually see those bowls, or is it just going to be a regular season, and then whoever wins the conference championship is the champion? I don't know. In the scheduling, I don't know how they're going to do that. So I'm pretty sure they said they're going to release schedules in a few days. So it most likely will not be just the normal schedule, just minus the out-of-conference games. They'll probably change up the schedules in a way, just the start date and stuff. So we actually, so all these predictions that I did for Big Ten and ACC schools won't be as accurate anymore. They'll still be kind of accurate. I guess it'll just be minus the out-of-conference games, but if they change the schedule up, some of those predictions might not be as accurate as they would have if they had actually kept the schedule as it was. So it's just very interesting. I kind of am surprised that it happened, but I also kind of was expecting it. It's going to be a different college football season. I still am optimistic that we will have a season. I just don't think there'll be fans in the crowd. Yeah, it's interesting, and we will be missing some games because of it. But I'm happy that they just didn't cancel the season completely, and that hopefully we will be able to see a season this year. I do think that these conferences we will see them being played this year. I do think we'll see Big Ten. I do think we'll see ACC play. I do think we'll see SEC play. Pac-12 is the conference that it's the most questionable conference, I would say. for Power 5, but I do feel we will see Big 10, ACC, SEC, and probably Big 12. The scheduling is going to be a bit interesting in the Big 12, but they'll probably figure that out. But these are just my thoughts on the Big 10 and the ACC, saying they'll most likely only play conference games. Remember, it's not official yet, but it probably will be official in a few days, maybe even a few hours. But those are just my thoughts. It's going to be different for sure, but I'm happy that we will, this kind of does, in a way, it does kind of feel like we will have college football because of this. I really, really hope we do have college football. I love college football. I just don't want it to not be a thing this year. But yeah, these are my thoughts on the Big 10 and ACC most likely only playing conference games for the season, getting rid of their out-of-conference games. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, and if you are new around here, feel free to subscribe for more NFL and college football content. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.